Hello there, guys. It's me, Peter Hudson. We're not at the bank at the moment. We're in the kitchen. I'm just tying up a couple of rigs, ready to go in a couple of weeks' time. Obviously, I'd like to say Happy New Year to all you guys. So I haven't really been on Facebook at the moment and on the page. Basically, I'm just overloaded with a new job, stresses of Christmas, New Year, so I haven't really got time to get onto it. What I'd like to say is a couple of things will be going on this year with the page. We're gonna try and get more likes, more people interested in basically the page and what we do. So what I've decided to do is I brought on another member. His name's called Paul. Absolutely fantastic guy. I haven't fished with him yet personally, but I've seen him fish and he's a top-notch angler. He's caught quite a few as well. Just I think a couple of weeks ago actually he went down to Lenton Lakes, I think it was, and caught a load there. What we're going to do is we're going to be doing a few more videos this year. We are, and I will say now, for the last year and a bit, we have been working on sort of a longer film, if it were. Basically, what we've decided to do is we're going to take about 15 or 20 small videos, piece them all together, make one long video, see how it is before it all goes out, and then we're just going to post it out and see how you guys feel. We're going to talk about bait, rigs, rods, reels, everything really. So that's going to be sort of the first one. If it's a hit, we'll make a second one, but we will be making a couple of smaller videos sort of in between. So yeah, so what I'd just like to quickly talk about is a couple of different sort of rig setups that I'd use this year. And the first one being, if I can just grab that, is a running rig with it's not a hinge stiff rig, it's sort of a softer version. I've sort of used a bit of a softer material here to make it. Basically this time of year I don't want a stiff rig material out there. Everything's all dead, everything's all nice and soft. I don't want something that's just going to look like a straight line out on the bottom. The carp are going to be a bit, well, hey, something's not right here. Also, this time of year, I tend to use a bit more running rigs. Basically, everything here is dead. So there is weed beds in that are all dead. And I tend to use a running rig, and it has worked quite well for me. And a couple of other guys on the Pete Carp page as well. And then, basically, I've just got a really small chod rig right there, and this is a cheating way actually. Basically what I've done is got a bit of this missing link from Nash and tied it straight onto a chod rig, whacked it on to a quick chain system and cast it out one day. So yeah, just a quick little neat way of getting something out there that's just a little bit different from maybe what they've seen before. Obviously the famous chod rig, don't need to go into detail about this, everyone knows the mechanics. But like I said, obviously when we started this film, we are going to be making a hell of a longer film, so we'll probably get into quite a few rigs there. The only difference is that I'm using one of these Nash quick change systems. It's basically at one end you push the button and the lead comes off. It's that simple. I actually quite like it. I've used it. There's been a lot of criticism about this system, saying, oh, it doesn't really work and that. Since using it, I haven't lost a carp that I've caught on a chod rig. I quite like it. I haven't lost a lead as well, other than when the fish does obviously pull up, and sometimes the lead does come off, but that's because it's got a load of weed on it. The only time that I have actually lost a carp on it was my fault. I wasn't paying much attention, and basically the line went round a snag. By the time I realised what was going on, it was far too late. I managed to get all the end tackling and that, but with no carp on, so that was a bit sad. That was, and it was a good fish. I remember hooking into it very well. It was a good fish, good fight. So I reckon it was probably about £33, but you can't get them all. This one is on rig tubing. Ooh. It's on rig tubing. Well, it was on rig tubing. And then just on there, I've got the famous D-rig. Obviously, Danny Fairbrass from Corder uses this all the time. I made one up. I haven't actually used this rig yet. I know a few of my other mates are using it, and they're catching a lot on it. But like I said, this time of year when it's winter and that, I don't look how stiff that is. It's pretty stiff. I don't like stiff rigs at this time of year. If I'm fishing on a clean, hard bottom in summer, then yeah, I will. But this time of year, it just doesn't really appeal to me, because obviously I'm going for that look factor on the bottom. But, ooh, destroying everything here. Let's go to this one. Here, I've set this one up with a little PVA bag. In there is 4G squid and some banoffee. The 4G's from Nash. Obviously, you guys will know that I'm a Nash fanatic. The banoffee, I've actually won that in a competition. So it's from Mainline. So basically, I had to get rid of it. But I've got these banoffee fake hook baits right here. So when I got one of these on, a couple of banoffies going as well. So just unhook the bag there, and then the rig's just a simple little hair rig. That's all it is, just a simple little hair rig. Been using this rig for about a year now, just simple little hair rigs and blowback rigs and little chods, and yeah, that's about it really. And obviously that soft version of the hinge stiff rig. They're the only rigs I've been using. I haven't been really using anything else. You'll come to know, if you ever do fish with me and meet me, that my fishing is not really complicated. It's either on the bottom or on the top. I haven't got into zig fishing this year. I did try it a couple of years ago, but it never really kicked off. But this year I do want to try a bit of zig fishing. And this is on the Klingon material from Nash. Obviously I do use leaders and rig tubing, but at the moment I've sort of got into this Klingon stuff and I just can't get enough of it. So we put that down, and the final rig before I show you something else is obviously a Nash Diffusion leader. I absolutely love these leaders. They're virtually indestructible and I just love it. And that's just on a weed safety bolt bead there. And then on here I've got, again, enough a stiff one. This is actually one of my stalking rigs. So this will be around about spring that this will come out. So I'm just giving you a couple of hints here. And this is on the hybrid stiff from Corder. And basically I've just got a long shank hook there. Simple little blowback rig. And yeah, these are the sort of rigs that I'll tend to use. I'll tend to use the chods and the sort of soft hinge and the simple hair rigs at this time of the year. But obviously when stuff gets a bit more harder and cleaner, that's when the old stiff materials come out. Just quickly, while we're here, I'll show you these. I also use these. This is the Corder Dark Matter rig tubing in the gravel brown, and then this is the Nash Klingon tungsten rig tube. I use them when I am stalking, so I want everything to get on the bottom quick, get out of the carp's way, little bit of bait, bang, I've got one. So they go there. And then obviously that's what I'm on, is the 4G squid. These are the rainbow pop-ups, and I absolutely love these. I've caught a few carp on them, and obviously squid, everyone knows that a carp likes squid. So thank you very much. My name is Peter. I just thought I'll quickly show you those. We're also going to be changing the cover photo and all of that on the Pete with Carp page, and we're also going to set up a YouTube channel with all the carp captures on there. This video will be on there, loads of others, and hopefully this year we'll be able to get a couple of whackers out in the bank and show you guys what it's all about. So thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the bank sometime. If you do see me, Paul or Albert or any of them, do come over. We will gladly sit you down, have a cup of tea, biscuit, talk fishing, talk football, talk the weather. We'll just talk. It's not a problem. Come over and say hi. We're here to help you guys. We'll see you on the bank. So I'm going to make a cup of tea, pack all this tackle up before my wife kills me, and we'll see you later.